just going to zoom through a super quick tutorial on how I make illustrations. This is a program I like sculpt with for like finished sculptures that I 3D print, but also for like illustration work as well. So I'm just going to like do a really simple overview because there's kind of a lot to know, but not a lot you need to know to start working with it. So yeah, I'm just going to go over some basic stuff today, and then we're going to take it into Procreate and just make a really simple illustration, like 10 minutes or so. So here we go. When you open up Nomad Sculpt, you just have a sphere. So we go into this panel here, we can see our shapes. There it is, the sphere. And we can duplicate that or delete it. We can add a bunch more shapes. And there's these pre-made shapes here. But we're just going to work with the sphere for the time being. So, and we have all these tools down here that do different things, but I don't really use a whole bunch of them. I use Move a lot. This is going to change the size of the tool, and then this is the intensity. So we can see if we use Move, there we go, we get kind of something like this happening. Symmetry is on at the moment, and we can unclick it here, and now it just happens on one side. And at the bottom here we have undo. So we undo those things, and we put symmetry back on. So we have Move, I use that one a lot. Crease, we can put little creases in. Inflate. And with a lot of the tools, you can do a subtract version as well. So we've got inflate here, but we can make some holes there as well. Paint, so we can paint things. We have the paint panel there. We can paint all. We can make it shiny. We can make it metallic. That kind of thing. So, and then we have smooth, and I'll show you that in a second. Let's make this. Yeah, so let's make a little cat, and then we'll take it into Procreate, and I just zoom through some basic things I use there as well. So let's pop some ears on. There we go. We can move this around. Something like that. And then maybe we try to inflate for some eyes. Oh, we have it on negative. So put it back on positive. Pop some eyes in. Nose. Little mouth area. Increase the size a little bit for some cheeks. And then maybe we'll use negative to bring this down a little bit. Okay. And then crease tool, that's another common tool I use. Maybe put some definition into the nose area. Like this, this. Put these eyes in. Okay, at the moment it's really low resolution. You can see these kind of like pixels, which are really just lots of little triangles that make up the piece. We can go to this panel right here. Voxel. At the moment it's 135, which is kind of a low resolution. So let's increase that to about 230. That's good. Remesh it. And it's going to increase our resolution. Then we're going to go to smooth, just smooth everything out. Often what I do is just kind of like process of like sculpting, smoothing, sculpting again, and just going over and over and refining a piece for a long time. But I like to, once I have a piece kind of roughed out, I like to just use the move tool and move things around and just get a different feel for the piece. I can totally transform it. So we just move some stuff around. Give it a little smile. We can obviously move the piece like this as well, get a different perspective. Okay, maybe something like that is nice. Maybe use the crease tool again, just put a little bit more definition into these eyes. Inflate tool, bring it back out again. Whoops. And the crease tool again. And then some smooth. Okay, now put some paint on it. Maybe we'll make him an orange cat. And obviously we don't want him shiny because it doesn't look like fur. So we'll take the roughness right up. We'll get the paint tool. I guess something like that. And then maybe we'll paint his eyes, but we want them shiny. So we'll take that roughness down. Put them in. Oops. I went over a little, so I can use this dropper here to get this colour back and just put that in. Give him a big nose. And there's a smudge tool here. We want to blend that nose in a little. Now we'll put some pupils in. Okay, move it around a little bit, see if we can make it look less haunting. I don't think that's going to happen. Alright. I think he's just going to be... Oh, it's auto-saving. Alright. He's just going to have a weird vibe with this guy, but that's okay, that's on brand. Just move it around until you get something you're happy with. Okay, that's good enough, I think. So let's go and take that into Procreate and just go over some really basic things I use. I'm just going to take a screenshot of it. That's often what I do. But you can, if you want to do it the proper way, you can export a PNG in this little area here, render. You've got your different options there. But honestly, a screenshot's good enough because increase the resolution in Procreate. Okay, here's that guy in Procreate, just a screenshot, and I'm going to just increase the canvas size a little bit so the resolution isn't as low, something like that, and then we'll expand this guy. Okay, I don't really use very many brushes in Procreate. I kind of have like, this is most of my go-tos. Very like things like Carton and Soft Brush, and a lot of them I just build up layers with those kind of things. So let's go with Cotton and just select this color, make a new layer and just kind of blend. Maybe make this a little bigger, just to break up this line and make it look a little bit fuzzy. And then for the ears, I would do something different, like maybe use fine hair and just kind of some layers like this. You get the idea. And I might also use that here to go over. Back to a little bit of cotton. And then maybe we're going to put some, a new layer, we're going to put some again, some little details. Like maybe we'll put some whiskers in. Maybe we'll put some little teeth in as well. Okay, this is super rough, but you get the idea. I'll spend a lot longer on this. And I like to, maybe I put this on multiply, so it's transparent, and kind of a mid-brown. I go and put some details in, pick out some of these details like this. This is a bit scrappy, but you get the idea. Oops. Maybe in the new layer we'll put some white some guys in, a bit more shiny. And then another thing I like to do, I spend a long time doing that, layers and layers, just building up new textures so the original piece almost disappears completely. And I've almost just used it as a guide, just to know where I'm going to build up my light and dark areas and just some structure. But one thing I like to do on top is just kind of like grunge everything up with something like, say, let's put kind of like a dark blue on and use something like Old Beach. Let's make that a bit bigger. Grunge up this background a little bit. And then the same for the cat. Oops. Grunge him up. Hopefully it seems okay. Turn down the opacity. And I might do quite a few layers, just kind of grunging things up and then going over, picking things back out. But that's, in a nutshell, that's kind of what I do. I'm going to show you something that, a piece that is kind of like, this was what, I think like 10 minutes of work or something, but like 2 days of work. So yeah, so this is the kind of thing I can do with the same technique, but over the period of like 2 days, I just make all these little things in Nomad Sculpt, all these little guys, and I use them for reference to go over and build all these details back in. Things like the hair, that's all in Procreate, and this background is all made in Procreate as well. But it really helps me with the structure and lighting, like figuring out these things. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. If you're interested, I can do a more detailed tutorial. But that's it for now.